What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Today, we're going to be looking at Palantir. This is going to be not an IPO, it's a direct listing on, I believe, the NYSE. The overall scheduled cost of the stock was around $7.25, but looking for initial potentially running up to $10 and even potentially above. There's a couple things you need to know about this stock that is, again, somewhat different than you just saw with Snowflake, which was like an IPO coming through on how the shares are dispersed, on what the shares have voting rights, and what the shares potentially are selling down the road. That being said, here we're looking here on the site. What is Palantir? What do they do? They're basically where the individuals that help, really, again, like Snowflake, all these data companies, not warehousing, but helping folks analyze, compute, and complete and organize certain things, things. So they have everything from solutions from case management to defense to intelligence. They have law enforcement stuff, financial compliancy, all kinds of different various things to help individuals. Some of their key products is the Gotham, the Foundry, and then Apollo, which is the new one, which I haven't really gotten too much more. The Gotham one is more to help search and identify particular intelligent things throughout the space of, hey, they use this back, we're still using it from the CIA to help find sources, to find tracking, to kind of triangulate and track data to see if intel is approved and other various kind of factors of that. So it's pretty interesting technology, to be quite honest, to see on how it overall works out. It's a very cool industry to be looking in. Some of the key founders, which it's funny because a lot of the articles talk about Peter Thiel, which is the guy who's one of the founders of PayPal and helped Facebook grow, is in this company. And of course, that is certain stigmatism that people don't like that individual, whatever. That being said, this is definitely going to be something that could be very interesting. There's a couple factors we want to look at. Again, this is going, it's not an IPO. It will be going live today for around probably well over $7 to $8, and seeing on what to look out for. Here on TechCrunch article, we were talking about some other various things. So what is the concerning thing about these different various of shares? So the company, if it goes for around $10, which people are kind of betting on, the company would be valued well over $20-ish billion, which is pretty impressive. That being said, there's going to be filing as a Class A share. So with one share, you get one vote. But they're doing something which I actually have never heard of and actually seen before, is they're doing a Class F shares, which is basically something to give the founders basically a very large percentage of the voting rights. And actually, Jim Cramer does a very good job on breaking that down regarding that. Hey, if these individuals have the complete listing of that, of having I think it's like, no matter what, even if the founders with this Class F shares even sell their shares, they have, no matter what, they always will control 48.9% of the voting power, even if they sell their positions, Kramer said. End quote. That is basically something which I have never heard of, and that was something that was possible, is that you have to own shares or be in part of the company to have those voting rights, but I've seen this before. So this is something new to me, and I was kind of scratching my head about, just to be something to kind of be considering and being careful about on if you're going to be investing in this, because again, you as a shareholder will not have the power to vote, which sometimes you'll see, and really kind of carry the company which way you want. The best way would be if you just wanted to sell and get out of the position overall, even if you weren't happy with management, the board, whatever. Like, your say is going to be very small compared to just a couple founders that have well over nearly 50% of the company. That being said, Jim Cramer and a lot of other very smart individuals that we've seen do their fundamental analysis. Again, can't really do any technical analysis because guess what? It's not listed yet. That is definitely something we have to be looking for. This definitely would be an interesting one because again it kind of falls into the tech side and the things that Jim Cramer kind of talks about, like hey, this company works directly with the military. They do things that some other companies haven't done in the past, in the sense of like Google or Apple really doing things that sometimes ethically would be difficult for Google to swallow or whatsoever. So this is definitely going to be a little bit more, I think, a play on the overall military. Let's see how the enterprise stuff goes through. I haven't read too many interesting stories or found something that has been the to help show the use case. I'm sure there is a lot of use cases of companies that are using it on the non-military side or more on the corporate side, enterprise versions of this software. But that being said, with its evaluation of the shares going live and trading for around $10, again, yeah, the valuation would be around 22 billion, which is pretty. What Jim Cramer says is about 20 times sales numbers, which is something a little bit. I wouldn't say loftily, but something that could be seeing that could have some very high evaluations coming through. Again, we're not looking at a Snow, which was, I think, completely bamboozle, with Snow really saying that their price was going to be around 120. Of course, it ran up all the way to 319 and kind of just been trading sideways here and looking for potentially to kind of get above that 250 finally, and looking for around that initial target on 275 would be the next overhead resistance, really hitting 264 and then 275 there. But that being said, that'll be interesting. Definitely one to watch. I like the overall business side of things. I might take a little nibble. I know there's a couple folks like Alpaca and the folks within the Discord, if you haven't joined already, that are looking for that link in the description down below if you want to join the Discord completely free. Just a bunch of great guys and gals that we just talk stocks and trading stuff and other various investments. That being said, I hope that you took away something from this. If you have, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.